Recently, as in this weekend, I watched the brand new movie Enter the Spider-Verse, Spider-Man 2, starring Miles Morales, okay, and Gwen Stacy. Now, I'm just going to tell you right off the gate, right out of the fucking fence, yo, this movie is like a 10 out of 10. I love the acting, the animation, the soundtrack. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. Love the soundtrack. I love the actors, the voice actors for everybody. This movie was captivating from beginning to end. I felt like I was watching a comic book. Like a comic book came to life in front of my eyes. From everybody's different world, everybody's universe, like it would vary, okay? When you go to Gwen Stacy's world, there was a lot of water pastels. I felt when their emotions changed, a lot of the colors would change. That shit is so dope. You really felt involved in the movie because they're manipulating our emotions during this movie, and so is like the colors and the way that they feel in the movie too. They know the strings that they were pulling in here. Miles Morales was voiced by a tremendous voice actor who I've been watching a lot of interviews of lately, and the way they tied this movie into the last, I felt they did an amazing job. I cannot wait until we see the third installment of this trilogy. If you don't know, there is going to be another Spider-Man 2 movie. I wanted to talk about the numbers, all right? Let's get into some logistics here. So, Across the Spider-Verse earns $208.6 million in the first weekend, all right? I want to break this down to you because a lot of movies don't make this much money on the opening weekend, all right? I know a lot of Marvel movies do these type of numbers, but let's say The Little Mermaid, I'm sure Guardians of the Galaxy did their thing. But I think The Little Mermaid made $50 million on their opening weekend, and I have an updated number here as well. As of June 5th, which was yesterday, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse has grossed $133.7 million in the United States and Canada and $88.1 million in other territories for a worldwide gross of $221.8 million. Yo, this movie from beginning to end had me captivated. I shit you not. All right? Even Tom Holland says and declares, okay, he didn't just say, he freaking declares that Into the Spider-Verse is the best Spider-Man movie ever made. Guys, if you're of culture, okay, if you're of nerd culture, if you're of Puerto Rican culture, if you're of comic book culture, Hispanic, black, white, they touch so many bases in this movie that everybody could relate, and you watch the growth of this character from beginning to end, and you're along for the ride, guys. This film has to be one of the best animated movies I've ever seen, right? And the first movie is going to be also one of the best animated movies I've ever seen. I mean, if you think about it, what is your favorite animated movie? Okay, think about it. Like, and you can't say The Lion King and shit like that. You can, but it's not going to compare to a movie like this. All right. It's incredible what a comic book movie did. I literally felt like I was watching a comic book. It was unbelievable. Shit, sorry. I kind of froze there. I'm trying to figure out where everything went. Every character had their own arc. Every character had their own story that was going on, and I'm telling you, man, like, even though there's so many characters, they did a good job explaining it. A lot of multiversal shit, like Multiverse of Madness, it doesn't make a lot of sense, right? This movie had way more multiversal madness and made a lot of sense. Okay, they made multiversal travel and what all these Spider-Men mean, right, in the Spider-Verse, what they all come together to do. They explained it in such a way that made absolute sense. Again, guys, I apologize for my voice. I 100% know that I don't have the enthusiasm as I normally do, but like, Literally, this is as high as I could go. There's no more that I could do. But Across the Spider-Verse is a movie that everybody should absolutely go watch. You should go pay for it, take your kids. I'm actually thinking about watching it again because there's so many Easter eggs and there's so many things that happen during this film that you could miss out on. I missed out on a bunch of shit. I had to watch a YouTube video where they explained to me all the shit I missed. Let's keep it a thou wow.